taken a prior course in microblading and it didn't meet any of my expectations. I quickly learned it was missing a lot of really crucial information that was never covered.
I took another brow course a few months ago. It wasn't something that I can use. It's not just a quick fix in and out.
I took a course previously and I didn't feel like I had learned the best training that I could have. She say that it's microblading, but we are using soft tap needles. So that's when I realized that my brows were all looking like a soft tap brow rather than microblading hair stroke brows. It was just two completely different trainings and I couldn't figure out why my brows weren't looking like other good microbladers.
But I just didn't feel confident after my training to actually practice on clients.
Yeah, the instructor was, I think, somewhat experienced in microblading, but not experienced in teaching. But microblading was a new process for her. And so I think part of the reason why I was taught to go pretty deep pressure is because she was doing soft tap, which is naturally deeper than microblading. But she didn't really go over too much pressure depth and everything. And so one thing I learned here is that from the get-go, I've been applying way too much pressure. And so that's something that's been really hard for me to correct because it, at that point, had become kind of a habit. One thing that Patty's been really great with working with me is being sure that I'm doing that right pressure and holding that blade correctly and making sure that when my client leaves, they're going to have the best possible outcome with their treatment.
Sometimes we think about how quick we can get through training, and unfortunately, that's not what makes us better technicians. It's just like they say, you know, you pay with what you get. And at 3D Brow, I am getting so much more than what I did before.
It probably should have been a red flag to me, but it was a little bit cheaper and I wanted to learn it right away, so I got into the quickest course that I could, which it's really hard to do microblading, so you shouldn't cheat yourself in any way. You should do the best, because I just went with the quickest and the cheapest. You need to be aware of background that they have in that skill. Like, if they haven't done it for a while, that should have been a red flag to me that, oh, maybe she doesn't know exactly what she's done, or she hasn't done a ton of microblading brows. She doesn't have referrals. That should have been something that I was looking for, because when I look at Patty's, there's a million girls who have gone through her and trained through her and really recommend her, and I should have looked for that with my first training.
Look at, it's not just a quick fix in and out. But that's the thing. I feel like Patty and Jen would be there to answer and to help, and they want us to succeed. And I think I've been so impressed with that, and impressed that they care.
The difference in my work from then to now is my work before is very dark and dramatic and one solid fill, where my work now looks natural and flows, and it looks like hair rather than someone just filled in their eyebrow with a Sharpie or whatever they use.
The first day that I ended up coming to class, I left here absolutely exhausted because I got so much information, but I was so thrilled. I didn't think in my wildest dreams that I was going to get that much information. And for me, I have kids at home, and so leaving for a week, I had a plane ticket and some hotel fare, and I called my husband that night and I said, every single penny, it's all worth it. I'm like, I am learning so much, honey. You can't even believe. I was just like, I'm so overwhelmed.
Training here seems to just be amazing. My husband has an aunt that owns 2 beauty schools, and she said that people that are trained here are amazing. So that gave me another little push to choose 3D Brows. I love 3D Brows. I would choose it again and again.